Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday. It's 10:30. I spent the morning working out on the patio and in the yard. There was so much garbage and leaves and all kinds of stuff on the patio. I just could not stand it. So I thought that I would be pretty smart and I would wet down all the dirt that's out there. You'll ever get a hair that catches? Um, anyway, I thought I would wet it all down and then I would uh, sweep all the trash out onto the wet part, and then that would keep it from coming back in. Well, Miss Smartness here did not take into consideration um, the fact that it's going to dry quickly. Now, y'all see that? Isn't that cute? Oh, it matches my little top. Anyway, he's a little froggy. And the temperature inside, oh, Mr. Froggy cost me 98 cents. The temperature inside right now is about 85 degrees. Now, I don't know what the humidity is, but it's a lot. I mean, when I got out of the shower after I was working outside, you know that feeling? You wipe off with your towel, and by the time you get down to your wrist, little beads of wetness. It's almost like, why am I bothering? But of course I had to, because I think I was outside for almost an hour and a half. And when you sweep, y'all, you are using muscles that you don't normally use, which is good. But anyway, I went from sweeping the patio, and yes, y'all, I had to get some. What, you want up here? You afraid you're going to bump your head? There you go. Come on. There you go. She bumps her head sometimes when she's trying to get up on the couch. She bumps it on this big coffee table that's going. Anyway, I did get some spider spray, y'all. Cobwebs freak me out. And y'all know Hazel. Oh, everything is like sticking. Hazel doesn't like them either. So after I swept and everything really good, I got a spray that is as environmentally friendly as I could find. And as long as Hazel doesn't lick it, she's going to be fine. And she's not in the habit of going around and licking stuff, especially not dirt. So I sprayed it all around, just the edges, the bottom of the trailer, around the edges, and I sprayed it at the bottom of the patio post thingies, and then a light spray up them a little bit so that maybe we won't have so many spider webs. So then I went from the patio. Now, our neighbor over here, and I'm going to say behind me because that neighbor is in front of me. And I realize that the front is that way toward the street, but that's not where our doors are. So I consider the front where my front door is. So anyway, this neighbor back here, they have for at least 15 years, and encroach sounds bad, but that's kind of what it is. They had put trees, bushes, flowers, big pots of plants all along the edge of the trailer. Well, they did move enough so that our underpinning could get done and our, leveling. But when the park manager came over the other day to take the measurements for the lot, and she showed me what the boundaries are. Well, they're still over on our property line, and we want to put a fence there. So they still have a lot of stuff they have to move. And they planted, how big is that? 14 inches maybe? And they put bricks, those little wavy bricks down, and they made this thing all the way down to the street. And there are mailboxes inside of that, and they planted two, supposedly they were bushes when they planted them, but now they're little trees. There's a big rose bush that's in there. Well, all of that, y'all, is on my property line. And the park manager said, those trees gotta go. Trees gotta go. No trees, no trees. I'm like looking all around me, and I'm like, dang, are you guys gonna take out all these trees? Well, we can't take out all of them. And I said, well, please let me keep these two little trees. They're not hurting anything. They're kind of like a little a little boundary thing, a little privacy thing in the very front part of the yard. I said, I'll trim them back. I'll lace them. And she said, well, if you do that, then you can keep them. And I said, well, if they had to come out, we're not responsible. I'm not responsible for digging those trees out of the ground. Who knows how far down those roots are? So anyway, she said, well, the neighbor would be responsible. Well, the neighbor's not going to want to pay to do that, y'all. That could cost hundreds of dollars. So I get to keep my little trees, or their little trees. Now, when they get back from vacation, they may choose to uproot the rose bush that's in there. I think there might even be a couple. There's kind of a red one and a white one, if I remember. Well, all the blooms were dead. I can't stand that, y'all. It breaks my heart. They need to be deadheaded. So I went out there with a big old pair of scissors, and I deadheaded both of the rose bushes. And then I watered them very deeply. Rose bushes don't need a sprinkle on the top. They need to be watered deeply. Not really often, but deeply. So that's what I did. And rose bushes also don't like to have you spray all over their leaves. Although when they get little bugs on them, some dish soap and water, and you spray them good on the underneath, usually that'll take care of those things. I don't want to call them mites. I don't know, y'all. I'd have to look it up. I used to know all this stuff, but who cares? It's pretty useless information. So that's what happens to me when I get to working on something, especially outside. I can go and go and go, and my back was hurting, and I was trying not to bend over. I was trying to squat down. Well, you're using a lot of muscles that you don't usually use. So that's what I've been doing with my morning, and I was going to go out and go to church this morning, but I'm going to watch it on TV instead. It's so hot and it's so humid. I've got a little fan running over here. I've got my ceiling fan running up here. I have a cold coffee drink in the freezer. It's called something Delight, and it's really good. I mean, if you put a little whipped cream on it, it'd be just as good as Starbucks. And I don't know if you've seen that video yet, but I won't spoil it just in case. But anyway, my coffee table is done. Now, this is what I use, y'all, when I'm using a paintbrush or a roller. Now, I don't have any small Ziploc bags, or I would have used one. But you just kind of take the air out of your bag and you put your paintbrush or whatever, your roller, whatever in there. Then it keeps it moist and it keeps it fresh. And then you can just take it out and continue using it. Y'all probably already know that. Oh, one other thing I was going to talk about. Look at this, y'all. Can you see that? It's evidently by, let me see, October 1st of 2020, which we are well past, well, we're past the halfway mark of 2018. It says you'll need a real ID, passport, or other federally accepted document at airport security. I have not flown. I really can't remember the last time that I flew. It was a long time, because I've had Hazel for a long time and I haven't flown because I have never left her, even overnight. So it's been a really long time since I have flown. But you just never know. So if you don't apply for a real ID, you will receive a federal non-compliant card with the phrase "federal limits apply," and that will show right there in the corner of your driver's license. And then if you get a real federal ID, I don't know why they have a bear with a star on his butt, but anyway, evidently that's significant. So I believe I've been told that if you have a real ID, that also helps you, will get you into Canada and into Mexico. It kind of, you can't go overseas, I don't believe. I should have looked this up before I started spouting this off. But anyway, you have to make an appointment and go in and get this. And I think I'm going to do it just because you never know. Something could happen and I could need to fly somewhere for some reason. I can't imagine where I would need to fly and what reason I would need to fly. But anyway, I'm going to do my van registration renewal. I love that you can do this stuff online. I can sit right here and do it right on my laptop or my tablet. I could even do it on my phone, wherever that is. Oh, it's right there. Anyway, I think the first of the week, well, Monday I have to make an appointment to take the van into the shop. Hopefully it's something minor. They'll look at that little computer thingy and say you need a tune-up. And, God only knows what that is. I remember when a tune-up you could get done for less than $100. $80. You could go in and get all the stuff done to your vehicle. Not now. But anyway, everybody has to make a living. So, but after I need to get another pair of glasses. Now it's $69 at Lens 4, the number 4. Lens for Less is where I got them. And somebody asked me the other day, and it was $69. I have bifocals, not trifocals, but bifocals. And I always go for less expensive lenses. Maybe that's why these are kind of, I got a lot of stink for these frames for a long time. Do y'all remember people telling me I look like an old, ugly librarian? I started telling them, hey, you want me to get different glasses, I'll be happy to. Send me $69. Well, nobody cared enough to do that. But anyway, I need to get another pair because Medicare, as sweet as that is, y'all know, does not cover hearing aids or glasses. They don't care if we're deaf or blind, okay? Or if all our teeth are gonna rot out. They don't care about that stuff. And I paid, since I was 15 years old, I have paid in. Since I was 15, I'm almost 64, y'all. I got a birthday coming up here before long. But anyway, your prescription is good for 2 years, and I have to look at it. I think my prescription runs out in September, maybe. So I've got to get another pair of glasses. If I stepped on these things or sat on them, which I did sit on them one time, but you know how you kind of feel something before you get all the way down, and thankfully I jumped up and I didn't injure my glasses. But I would need to have a backup pair of glasses, and it would be really nice if I had a pair of sunglasses. I've said that forever and I haven't done it. But anyway, I want to do that. So it's my renewal, my van, and my glasses before I do anything else. Anything. That's it. I've got to get those 3 things done. If I am a responsible person, which I'm not always. Y'all know that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do the first of this week. I need to get that stuff done. Evidently, the problem with my electricity that I told y'all about has got to be trying to run my air conditioner. And if y'all don't know, it's a room air conditioner. It's not in a window. It's not in the wall. I've got a fan going in the bedroom. I've got my ceiling fan going, and I have this other little fan going. So I'm fine. Oh, and of course the refrigerator's going. Y'all, my new refrigerator comes on the 13th. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's cute. It's little. It's 14.6 cubic inches. But anyway, that's it, y'all. This is running long. I just, I start talking, and it's just like I've got somebody sitting in here in the living room with me. The only thing is y'all don't have any input until I upload our conversation, and then I get to hear your responses. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging in there with me. I love y'all. I pray for y'all every day. Sweetie, I'm praying for your nephew that's going to have those nasty treatments. And y'all pray for this young man. He's going in, I believe it's for some cancer treatments. He's only 12 years old, y'all. Just say a prayer for him, okay? I got goosebumps. I was so blessed with my children. They were so healthy, y'all, and they're still healthy. At least I think so. I have not heard from Sam in a long time. He doesn't need his mom now. He's out in the real world doing his thing. You would think he would have at least called me and given me a phone number. I know that's the first thing he did was get a cell phone. But anyway, nothing I can do about that, and y'all don't feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for me. Well, a little bit. But mostly, I'm a little mad at him. He begged me to go up to Spokane and get a low-income apartment. Well, y'all, I know my baby. He just wanted to have a place to live when he got out. I'm not stupid. I've been his mother for 23 years. He'll call me one of these days whenever the mood hits him. But anyway, love y'all. Do something fun today. My something fun was messing around in the yard. You know what? This is going long, but I'm going to throw one more thing in there. I was going to tell y'all that I'm going to try to do more exercise. And I have been doing some. with my legs. It's like, you know how you can do this thing and you can do this thing? Well, yeah, I've been trying to do that while I'm sitting here doing nothing else. I'm going to get some 10-pound weights and I'm going to start doing some weight bearing exercises, y'all. There's no reason not to do this. I'll talk about my gym experiences in another video, but I'm not going to try to do it. I'm going to do it. Bye, y'all.